Well, welcome back, YouTube. How's all the beautiful people? Look at here. We have a Predator 4375 3500 running watts. This is just a basic get it ready to use. Hasn't been ran since I don't know, probably last winter a little bit when we lost power. This belongs to a customer that I've done work for in the past. He messaged me and said, "Hey, I got a generator. I'd like for you to change the oil, get it running good. We've got a cold snap coming, and where I live in Oklahoma, we lose power when there's a little bit more than a brisk wind. So this is what we're doing. I'm going to go through the steps to show the people that care to know, or that don't already know, what you want to check and what you want to do. Now, I have already started this, and I thought, this would make a good video, so here we are. So I'll get you set up, and we'll kind of go through what I go through, especially when dealing with an unknown piece of equipment. So that's what we're going to do. I'll be back. Okay, we're going to run through the basics. First thing we're going to do is check the oil. We want to make sure that we're changing it, but I don't want to change it until it's running right. And so we're going to check it here. I can tell, he's way over full. I've got a mat down here just in case. So I'm going to go ahead and let some of this out. You don't want to run these things over full for very long. I'll let some of this out. Dang, that thing is way over full. That'll work for now. I know we got plenty of oil. It doesn't really look that bad, but okay. We'll go ahead and spin this thing around just a little bit. Make sure you guys can kind of see. Actually, do that. There we go. Oh, see, I've already, and this thing, according to the gauge, has got about half a tank, just over. The gas doesn't really smell terrible. I did pull a sample. The color's a touch off, but it doesn't smell bad. I've ran way worse. So I did pull this sediment bowl and check the filter and all that, and that's where I pulled my sample from that you just saw. So the sample came from the bottom of the tank. I did previously pull the carb drain right there, and I got nothing out of it. When I got this unit, the fuel was off, so that's good. He did take those steps. So what we'll do, go ahead and start this up, or see if it'll start, and see how it runs, see if we need to go through and clean the carburetor, all of these things. We don't know how long this thing was sitting or how it was running previous, so we'll go ahead and check the breather here, make sure it's not too saturated. These do need oil, but you don't want them so wet that they can't breathe. That looks good. A little bit of oil in the bottom. Not sure if that was just from oil in the filter or what, but it's not soaked. It's just fine for now. We'll see how it runs and go from there. Alright, we'll turn the fuel on, make sure we don't have any fuel running over. good. One of the things that you want to check is make sure that your throttle is free. You can just grab this governor rod back here and watch that throttle move. We're good there. Choke's good. Don't see any fuel running over, so let me give this thing a jerk and we'll see how it runs. Turn the kill switch on. Fuel's on, kill's on, choke's on, throttle's not stuck. There we go. Okay, it's obvious the carburetor's not happy, so we'll just plan on taking it off so that it's good to go for him. My bad. You guys were saying. Right here. Uh-oh. Apologize if the wind is making noise or if you got the lighting messed up, but pull this hose off. Not sure why that clamp was off. On these particular generators, there is an 8mm bolt on the back side of the breather housing. Pull it off. The generator doesn't look to be that used. I'll find some information somewhere that'll tell us a year, but not that old. Okay. Now we're going to go back in here. I do have the ultrasonic warming up. Obviously, it's not required to have an ultrasonic to clean carburetors, but it does help. I'm going to put this air filter in here so it doesn't blow away. Now on these, you've got a 10mm bolt here, and you got one on the inside of the breather housing. I'll just get this little metal plate out of the way for the breather. There's one. There's two. Now that'll have all of the fasteners. Tell you what, I'm going to make a little bit of room between me and you. And this, there we go. Pull that housing. I'm going to get the needle nose. Got a little spring clamp here on the back side. And you just want to check condition of your fuel lines. These feel fine. You always want to check right here where it goes onto the barb for the carburetor. Sometimes those hoses will get a little bit weak and rotten right there. And if you'll just tug on that fuel line a little bit and turn it, she'll come off. Okay, next we got gasket. We'll get it out of the way because we don't want to tear it while we're cleaning. And you just slide your carburetor out, get your little tension spring out of the way. yet. Now the throttle, if it's in the right position, it'll just slide up. And then we've got our carburetor up. So what I'm going to do now, I'll move you guys over and we will open this carburetor up. Alright. Got one of these little pig mats laid out here because we know this thing's going to leak fuel everywhere. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and break this drain loose and let me dump this gas. Just 10 millimeters. Oh, that's ridiculous. Why? Tell me I'm gonna have to get a put on the vise. There we go. Dang. Might be some rust in the bottom, huh? No, really quite fine. Man, this thing is really in good shape. But must have something in that there main jet. Clean that off, look at your needle, look down there at your seat. Everything looks good and clean. You gotta have the right size screwdriver to get down here and pull this main. So. And they strip fairly easy, so be careful with them. This set of screwdrivers I'm using is made by Wera. Perfect screwdrivers, very stout screwdrivers too. They got serrations on the ends so that they don't strip. They're to assist in not stripping. Here's the main. Can't really see through it very well, but oh yeah, we got some trash in all of these little holes, so all of that's going to clean up nice. Have this thing running like a new one. He did say how long it had been, but he obviously had a suspicion that something wasn't right, or he wouldn't have asked me to get it running for him. Ooh, this is just your pilot jet right there. So, and that's it. This thing is ready for the ultrasonic. So, I'm going to let this thing soak in the ultrasonic, and when we come back, we will make sure everything is good and cleaned out, and we'll reassemble. Alrighty, well, we got her back, got her cleaned. She ran for about 15 minutes. Just gonna run through all these holes, make sure they're good. For as clean as it looked, the water sure got dirty, so I think inside this jet was pretty nasty. You're not trying to ream these out or anything, you just want to make sure they're clear. All good there, all good there. Yeah. Next, we're going to run through here. I just got this little bar brush out here. I could use one of these bristles. That torch tip cleaner is just too big. That's clear. Let's pop it back together. Motion tube in. Main jet in. I did not run this needle. Rubber on the end sometimes will go haywire if you do, so I did blow this off with air, so everything's good and dry. And like I said, you don't have to have an ultrasonic. Use a can of carb spray or brake clean and get her shined up. As far as cleaning the carburetor goes, these are just about as easy as it gets. Just pay attention to your orientation of your drain so that it's accessible. That's good. Shove this pilot down in there. Make sure it goes in all the way. Oops. Just like that. And this thing does not idle, so you don't have to. I apologize for the wind. You don't have to worry about if you don't make sure that's all the way down, it will be an air leak, so keep that in mind. You just want to run this through the backside till you get a couple of threads out the other, just like that. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but all you want. Okay, and get you guys flipped around, we'll put her back on. Remember, always inspect your gasket, but remember to get your throttle on. I know I'm probably right in the way, but I'm trying. Your throttle arm coming off your gun there. And your spring. Push that back. Don't forget your gasket. And of course, your line. One thing you can do, since we're here, let's go ahead and turn that fuel on. We'll let that fill up. It's not uncommon for these needles and these floats to stick after cleaning. And we'll let that fill up and see what she do. Looks like she's gonna be fine. I just hate having to redo crap. So if you're going to use power tools, be careful. Always want to make sure you get them started, obviously, so that you don't cross those. Yeah. Since I'm putting fasteners in, I'll go ahead and put this one on the back side. There we go. And I'm not expecting to have any trouble, so we'll go ahead and just, I mean, it did run, so we're just going to assume just for the sake of the video that it's going to be all right. Probably not.
Don't forget your plate for your filter. This is just to keep your filter from collapsing and getting sucked up against the filters right here. And of course you'd want to clean the air filter if it was dirty. Alright, make sure you guys are still recording. There you are. So you guys just alright, sorry about that compressor. It has a way of being annoying. So we are ready to fire it up and see if we fix the issue. So kill switch on, choke, fuel's on, there we go. Contact. Alright, well, that concludes that. All that's left on this one is an oil change and done. So I hope you guys got something from the video. If you did, please like and share, like and subscribe, and comment down below if you think I missed anything. Other than that, we will catch you beautiful people on the next one.